Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad, and before we get into today's thoughts and opinions video, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And by the title and the thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen, today is an exciting one, especially for me and you guys that are watching this video. Today is the FIFA 21 official career mode trailer. We are sat here now on EA Sports' YouTube channel with only about a minute to go till we get to see this FIFA 21 career mode official trailer. You can see my mouse here. Hopefully once the video starts we can put it into full screen. We're going to watch the trailer, we're going to see what's going on, and then we can talk about it at the end. But I am very excited. I do enjoy these thoughts and opinion series or these videos. I think it's a great, here we go, 1 minute 57. I'm excited we can now full screen it. I am hopeful we are going to see some unbelievable new features and other things are going to be fixed from FIFA 20 in this new FIFA 21 career mode. I am excited for this, guys, and hopefully you guys have watched this live so you can also give me your thoughts and opinions on what you think. And for anyone new to the channel that doesn't know what the series is, it's exactly as the title says, thoughts and opinions. I give my thoughts and my opinions raw from watching these trailers live or watching them within a couple of hours of them coming out. I then have raw thoughts and opinions on what I think about the trailer that's been released or the pitch notes. And by the time you guys are seeing this, I'm hopefully thinking you've seen it on the day the official career mode trailer come out, which was Thursday the 13th of August. You should be seeing it within probably an hour or two of the actual trailer drop. And then tomorrow we're potentially going to have another thoughts and opinions on Pro Clubs. Although we don't have a trailer for Pro Clubs, there was pitch notes released yesterday. Gotta be honest, for us Pro Clubs players, it doesn't look great. And guys, if I do look a little bit sweaty, a little bit glistening, it is so hot here in the UK right now. I think the temperature in the other room was registering about 29 degrees inside, even with the window being open, it's quite hot here in. So unfortunately I am a little bit warm, sweating just a little bit. So if you see me constantly wiping my forehead, I can only apologise. But if you're from the UK, you know the last couple of days we've had storms, we've had thunder, we've had lightning. The heat has been 28, 29 down south in London. It's been 33, 34 degrees in the day. It is so warm, but I'm excited to see, with only 15 seconds to go, what EA are going to release for us career mode lovers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on!
Manage every moment in FIFA 21 career mode with a new interactive match sim, more control over training and developing your squad, and more ways to sign players on the transfer market. Ready for a whole new way to play out your career? The brand new interactive match sim gives you full control when simming matches. Jump in and out of the action when you decide to change the course of the game, or take charge for key moments to dominate the moments that matter. Keep an eye on match stats and player performance levels, and make subs or tactical changes on the fly to influence the outcome of the match. A new player growth system puts you in charge of your squad's development. Spotted a gap in your team? Turn marauding fullbacks into wingers and goal-scoring midfielders into false nines with new position training. And new development plans give you control over each player's growth to help you build your squad's attributes to match your style of play. Manage your team schedule and train multiple players at the same time with a new activity management system. Choose when to rest and when to train throughout the week as you balance your players' morale and fitness with match sharpness. A new stat that shows you how likely players are to perform at their peak. Then boost it with group training sessions, monitor your players' progression, and find that sweet spot with fitness and morale to keep your team firing on all cylinders. Whether you're all about the Galacticos or the hunt for the brightest young prospects, new options give you more ways to transfer players and a more realistic transfer market in FIFA 21. Sign players on loan-to-buy deals and negotiate player swap offers with other managers to bolster your squad each transfer window. Overhauled opposition AI gives you a more intelligent opponent to play against in every match you play. New tackling, player switching, and marking logic makes opposition defences harder to break down. And at the other end of the pitch, more intelligent attackers have a stronger understanding of dribbling and passing to keep you on your toes from game to game. With new ways to train, play, and make transfers, manage every moment of your career in FIFA 21.
You are joking. That's it. They pretty much showed things that we've already seen. So let me go to EA's website now. L. Everyone was saying L because from someone who adores career mode, EA, that was a massive L. You haven't really given us anything. So this is why I like these thoughts and opinions videos, guys, because it's raw. I've just watched something live. I've watched it live with everyone else. I can now give my raw thoughts and opinions on what I thought. First thoughts, wasn't great. I thought in the trailer we would have seen things that we haven't necessarily seen so far. We didn't. The whole trailer was, I mean, I don't know if it's because Liverpool have just won the league or they've won the Champions League, but the whole scenario there was Liverpool and Man City. Okay, there's a bit of Chelsea, but that whole trailer was just career mode based around Liverpool and Manchester City. My raw opinion, ladies and gentlemen, is it's not a good one. It's not what I expected. I thought we would have had a lot more from EA. I thought they would have announced some more features. I thought it would have been a lot more detailed. But what we'll do now is we've obviously refreshed the channel page, so we've got the actual video, because after it's been live, we've actually got it. It's only 2 minutes 33. I've already done a career mode video discussing what they released, and we sort of looked through the trailer and talked about what we've seen in the official reveal trailer, where we've seen a little bit of career mode. They've just shown that in obviously the official career mode trailer here. We talked about what was posted online and on the Liverpool Echo article. And now we've had the official career mode trailer, and really we didn't get to see too much than we already knew from pitch notes and what websites were already leaking and stuff. Anyway, so if I was to give it a rating out of 10, it's about a 2. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, you know, down below. I appreciate all of you dropping a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the trailer. Did you watch it live? Have you just seen it for the first time, sat here with me now? If you have, what do you think? Because for me, it wasn't great. But I think what we'll do is, I don't want this video to be too long. I always want to keep these probably between 10 and 20 minutes. We're at about 8 minutes now. We're going to go through the trailer again, bit by bit. This time I can pause it and we can talk about things. It's not really what I expected, EA. I think the fact that everyone in the comments live was saying L, I think EA have took an L here with career mode. But let's watch, let's see if there's anything we didn't pick up on. So it starts with... So we've got Jurgen Klopp, Zinedine Zidane, Frank Lampard over there. Obviously some sort of like conference going on, an interview with Klopp. We've got a press conference there with Frank, and Zidane we've got on the touchline.
Manage every moment in FIFA 20.
So we've already seen this. We knew this was going to be the new thing for FIFA 21, which is like the 2D graphic where we can watch it live. So if we take, for example, which it's going to be, it's Liverpool versus Real Madrid, we can see up here. So we can see where Van Dijk is. We can see where Gomez is. Trent's not even on the pitch. Robertson's on the pitch. We've got Henderson. We've got Mane, Bobby, Mo Salah. So we can see where they are on the pitch. And then obviously it talks about jumping in now. So far, I'd like to see a little bit more than this. We can see possession, shots and chances and stuff. Whether that's just on stats, if you flick across the ratings and stuff, I'm sure it displays different things. Obviously, I said I'd love to be able to see who got the assist and stuff. Obviously, I can see it visually, but I'd love for us to have like a little bit, like when someone scores a goal, there's a football at the end of the game. I'd love to see like a picture of a boot to see who got the assist. But obviously, it's showing us again the 2D graphic.
21 career mode with a...
We can then click a button, which from what we worked out is going to be the back button, I do believe, on an Xbox controller. I'm not sure what it is on PlayStation, but it's the one near the thumbstick. You pause it, so it's paused at 13 minutes 44, and we have the choice to resume, jump in, which means we're going to jump in and start playing. Team management, obviously we're going to make a couple of changes, maybe change the formation, change the tactics, or we can just quick sim, which is what we've got right now in FIFA 20, where it jumps from the moment right now that we're paused at to 90 minutes and it displays the result. In this case,
new interactive...
So we jump in here, and obviously we're controlling Real Madrid at this point.
Match sim, more control over training and
it then swaps over to training. I mean, I'd like to have seen a little bit more there. We've jumped to a completely different scenario now, which is training at Manchester City.
developing your squad and more ways to sign.
Then we've got here, so it looks like Chelsea. This is the manager of Chelsea. Obviously, it's normally Frank, but this is someone doing a Chelsea career mode. They are trying to loan Harvey Elliott with a loan to buy option, or loan with option to buy. This wasn't a feature in FIFA 20, and this happens quite a lot. A player goes out on loan, and sometimes in the contract there's a term put where, let's say, for example, I'm not 100% sure, but I heard rumours that when Harry Wilson was loaned out to Bournemouth, there was a buyout clause after his loan for Bournemouth to buy him. That clause was 65 million. Now, what tends to happen is the team that owns the player, so Harry Wilson was a Liverpool player, Liverpool aren't going to put, like, you can buy him for 20 million. They're going to put the clause a lot higher, because if the player plays well for your team, then you're going to have to pay big bucks for him. I don't believe Harry Wilson is staying at Bournemouth with them getting relegated and stuff, and I don't think they're going to have anywhere near the money to actually go through with his contract, and after his loan looked at the option of buying him. So he is going to be coming back to Liverpool. But I do think it's a great feature. It happens in real life. Players are put out on loan, and normally, although us fans don't get to see it, normally sometimes there is a clause put in it. So not only is there like a release clause where a team can just buy the player out, like Chelsea buying Timo Werner, there was a buyout clause in his contract. Each transfer window, his price tag was coming down. They activated it, bought him and signed him. Now you can loan a player, and if you're happy with how he plays over 12 months, instead of him going back to the team and the team looking at him and thinking, wow, he scored a load of goals there at Liverpool, we were going to sell him for 30 million last year. If Liverpool won him, he's going to cost 60, 70 million this year. At the start, you can loan, and let's say you were getting Harvey Elliott, you could maybe do a loan option and say, look, if we're happy with him, we'll pay you 10 million for him. He's probably only valued at around 1 or 2 million, especially because he's so young right now. But obviously then there's an option that you can go on to buy him if he has a good spell. If not, he can just go back to his former club, and you can look elsewhere for his, style of player or the position if you need extra backup in that position.
Players on the transfer market.
Interactive match. So again,
ready for a whole new way to play out your
situation here over the 2D. So we're back at the 12-minute mark. We can see possession and whatnot. Again, I'm guessing it's not going to switch through these so we can see the different styles, but I'm pretty sure it was on fitness, and it basically lists each team on each side, and then it'll tell you how much fitness they've got. You can go to ratings, see who's getting like a 6.5 or who's getting a 9. There may be a player that's lacking a little bit that you may need to bring off and bring someone else
career. The brand new interactive match sim gives you full control when
paused again, resume, jump in, team management.
Sim in matches. Jump in and out.
So we've already seen this clip. I literally just talked about it. We've jumped in. Modric is on the ball.
Out of the action when you
over to Vinicius Jr.
decide to change the course.
Cuts in on the inside of Joe Gomez and
to the game, or take charge for key.
Allison between the sticks. This one here, obviously, when there's a crucial moment. Now, I don't know how it's going to work completely because I'm not, unfortunately, I don't work for EA. I'm not one of someone that works with EA on career mode. But from the looks of it, it pops up to say there's going to be a free kick in a dangerous area or a penalty. If we just take it back a little bit, we might be able to see exactly what it says. And if I just pause it a bit quicker. So there you go. So in the 17th minute, there's a penalty in the box. Sergio Ramos is going to take it. You can jump in and take that penalty rather than the
charge for key moments to dominate the moments that matter. Keep an eye on match stats and player performance levels, and make subs or tactical changes on the fly.
The substitutes look no different than if at half time you pause the game and want to make some subs. See everyone's rating, you can see sort of the energy and stuff, so you can make the changes from there.
On the fly to influence the outcome of the match.
Development, this was huge. I'm hoping things are still going to come out at a later date, but a lot of people I know throughout the upload career mode to YouTube, lots of people that just play it for fun. Everyone was hoping for sort of an under 23s team like they do in real life. It doesn't look like. I'm pretty sure if there was going to be an under 23s team in career mode that you could sort of manage, surely they would have put that in the official career mode trailer. It's not like EA to drop some of the big stuff. They tend to not tease little bits. They normally go all out and tell you the good features.
A new player growth system puts you in.
So from this, what it used to happen is you just pick, there was 5 slots, you picked 5 players, or you could pick, one player to do 3 different things, and that's how you trained. Now it looks like, obviously we already knew that you can potentially look to move a player's position. So Trent being a right back, We can obviously make him a bit more attacking, maybe transfer him to or create him into a right mid or a right wing.
In charge of your squad's development.
Defensive wing back was that? Let me just check. Defensive wide back. So obviously at the moment he's playing as a balanced player. Obviously you used to be able to select each player and say whether you wanted them to get in behind, run down the wing, be an attacking player, be a defensive player. This is how it looks now, so that has changed. Obviously with this selection here, we want him to be a defensive wide back.
Squad's development. Which
with Trent, you'd always want an attacking, because I don't know why you wouldn't want Trent darting down the wing. I mean, the man got so many assists. He was getting assists that midfielders and strikers were getting from right back. So realistically, you'd probably never want him to be a defensive one.
Spotted a gap in your team?
This all looks the same. You highlight the play. You can see the status, squad role, form, availability. This is new, obviously, fitness and sharpness. So whether a player is completely fit yet, which is what I tend to always look at anyway. You'll have known in the Liverpool career mode, the Dortmund career mode. In fact, any career mode I have ever done on FIFA, I always look at the fitness, and if they are less than 90%, so if you picture the green bar that is there, if it's less than around the 90% mark, I tend to not want to play them unless I have to, because of fatigue, because they may get injured and stuff like that. It might also be worth mentioning, ladies and gentlemen, that I don't know if it's going to be official, but there's also some leaked ratings here. We've got Larouci at 59, Joe Gomez starting at 80, Virgil van Dijk is the big number 4 and 90 overall, Matip starting at 82, Nathaniel Phillips at 61, Sepp Vanberg 66, Kiana Hoover at 62, Nico Williams at 67, Trent being an 83, Marco Grujic at 77. I don't know if they're going to be the final ratings. I thought Larouci may have been a little bit higher. I also thought Gomez might have been an 81, 82, especially because Joe Matip is an 82. Probably also thought Nico Williams would have been a little bit higher, maybe towards the 70, 71. But again, this might not be confirmed as what the final ratings are going to be.
Turn marauding fullbacks into wingers.
So there you go. Here's the option now. I don't know how you get to this, but you've sort of selected the player again. And by the looks of it, if we just go back and play it little bit by little bit, so we can convert him to a left back, left wing back, right mid, CDM, centre mid, left mid. So at the start, when we first discussed career mode, and I done a thoughts and opinions on it, we discussed the fact that you may only be able to make a right back into maybe a right mid or a right wing. You'd have to stay on the right side. Looking at this, no, we can convert Trent into a left back, left wing back, right mid, centre mid, CDM, left mid, cam. It looks like we
into wingers,
convert him into whatever we want. Centre forward, right wing,
and goal scorer,
striker. So it looks like any player on the pitch, you could have Virgil van Dijk converted into a striker if you wanted it. It looks like you can take any player, and I like this because there's so many times where I'll play a left winger, but there'll be a player that actually plays left mid as such, which you guys obviously have discussed a lot on FIFA 20. If you buy a player and their favourite position is left mid, it means that you play them at left wing, you sort of play them out of position, which doesn't always keep them happy. Now you can actually convert a player. So if I bought a left mid, let's take for example Heung-min Son from Spurs, he's a left mid / centre forward. I could convert him into a left winger / striker. We can convert his positions now to more favoured position, because sometimes you're buying a player that doesn't quite fit your formation. So for me, I play a 4-3-3, but I play a deeper striker, so I have a centre forward position. So Bobby Firmino can play there, because Bobby Firmino isn't an out-and-out striker. He's classed as a centre forward. So I drop that back a little bit, select centre forward so he can play there. It'll be nice now to just convert him from a centre forward to a striker. Although with Bobby Firmino, you're probably best leaving him at a centre forward so he drops back a little bit and helps out defensively like he does in real. Well, we got an advert and it messed it up, but regardless, we're back now. So we've now converted Trent into a right winger who's put the ball into Bobby Firmino.
And new development.
We got Bobby Firmino here. So, as Bobby Firmino, I'm assuming again this is player development. So instead of just picking like you had all the training options, you could have them doing running between the going between cones, passing, shooting. Now you just have the option of balanced or penetrator, playmaker, pressing forward. Again, until we get hands-on with this, it's probably going to be difficult to work out what all these mean.
Plans give you control over each player's growth to help you build your squad's action.
So we've got the standard lineup here with Mane, Bobby, Salah, Gini, Henderson, Fabinho, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Trent and Alisson between the sticks. We've got Divock Origi as a 78, Minamino 75, Naby Keita going up to an 82, Milner 81, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain 80, Nico Williams scored 67 and Adrian 76.
Attributes to match your style of play. Manage
training. I've never really done active training. I've always just done it quick sim. It's just easier. This will be very interesting. You guys will know from FIFA 20, when you do training, it's per week. So you set 5 players up, you do the training, and then you can't do training until the following week. Now, it looks like you do it day by day. So you can set it up for, like, obviously here there's like some sort of energy symbol, then there's rest, then there's train. I don't know if these energy symbols are slightly different, so whether this is like a cardio, then a rest, then practice passing or something like that. Obviously over here we've got before the match, we're going to have a training day. After the match we're going to have a recovery day, intermittent rest. Obviously, so from that I'm guessing before the match we're going to have training day. So I'm guessing the cone is training day. After the match, after the match is this energy here, so maybe that's recovery day, and then maybe this is intermittent rest day, so this is a recovery day for after the matches from the looks of it. So I'm going to say the battery and the lightning bolt is going to be recovery, the cone is going to be training, and the 3 Zs or the sleep bubble is going to be intermittent resting.
your team schedule and train.
There you go. So yeah, we're highlighting now rest day. So I'm assuming that obviously with them being highlighted, that's saying we're going to rest before the match and then recovery after the match. So it looks like
Multiple players.
This is a bit mad. I don't really know how this works. It seems like, can you train a lot more players now? So you've got active training. Can you train 3 players to do interceptions? Can you do a load of players to do pass to goal? Load of players to do shots from all angles? You used to only be able to train 5 players. Do you now train the whole team? Which makes sense because obviously week in and week out, the players, like for Liverpool, they're at Melwood. Every player's there training, not just 5 players, which you've always been stuck being able to only train 5 players. Now, can you train the full team? So you got Walker, Rodri and Stones doing interceptions, Aguero, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Gundogan, Sterling doing pass to goal, learning shots from different angles. You've got Silva, João Cancelo, Phil Foden. Can you now train the full team? I'm hoping that is the case.
At the same time, with a new active
There you go, highlighting it again. Obviously, intermittent rest in the weekly
activity
plan.
management system.
And then obviously it fills in, so your rest days. But then I don't understand why some of these cones are highlighted and some of them aren't. Obviously, again, probably until we get into it or I read into it, I'm not 100% sure why.
Choose when.
So here we are at match day. I see. So the lightning bolt helps with fitness. So I'm assuming that's why you do the recovery day. It helps with fitness, sharpness. I'm guessing if you do certain things, it knocks the sharpness down. It puts the morale up or down, depending on what.
When to rest and when to train throughout the week. As you
So there you go. So on a training day, which is the cone, so we've got that now. It's going to put the sharpness up. It's going to put the fitness up, but it puts the morale down. We're starting to understand this.
balance your players' morale
So you can obviously train them yourselves if you want to. I'm guessing you can still
and
simulate
fitness with match sharpness. A new stat that shows
There you go. So a new stat shows fitness, sharpness, morale. We never had fitness. You obviously had this bar here that you can see here where Foden is. So that was your fitness. Although I'm not 100% sure if that's correct because Phil Foden's only got maybe 40% fitness, but he's saying he's fit to play. I don't know why. Maybe that's showing like how he's going to be for the next game. His sharpness is only 50, and obviously we've already had morale. It's showing contempt. We've already had that in FIFA 20.
shows you how likely players are to perform at their peak. Then boost it with group training sessions, monitor your players'
He's there
progression,
now.
and
He's gone up fitness. Okay, it was 100. It's gone down now to 92, but his sharpness has gone up.
find that sweet spot with.
And there you go. Now we've got fitness at 100%, which full green bar, which is what we want to see. Now this is a great feature because I've always said, like if I looked at Sterling here, you'd say that Sterling is about 85, 90%. You look at Laporte, about the same. Mendy, about the same. But you're always guessing what that number is. Now it physically shows what the fitness is. So you can see Phil Foden, his green bar is full. He's 100% fit. He's looking sharp. He's happy. That's a player that I would want to have on the pitch.
Fitness and morale to keep your team firing on all cylinders. Whether you're all about the Galacticos or the hunt for the brightest young prospects, new options give you.
So again, this is the shortlist of the transfer. It looks very similar. Sent offers, received offers, transfer listed. So obviously players that you've transfer listed. This is your shortlist of players that you want to buy. So we've got Mason Mount, Phil Foden, Steven Bergwijn, Hernandez, Dest.
More ways to transfer players.
So obviously here you go. Phil Foden, his main position, he wants to be a cam, but he's happy to play at centre mid. Now that doesn't matter. If you want him at striker, you can convert him from a cam to a striker. Whether you get to convert 2 positions, so you could have him as a striker and a cam, or whether you could just change him to just a full-on striker, I'm not 100% sure.
Players and a more realistic transfer market in FIFA 21. Sign players on loan-to-buy deals and negotiate player swap offers with other.
So, Pep Guardiola, let's discuss alternative options to let Zinchenko go. We want 6.8 million, and we'd also want to sign Zuma as part of the deal. So this is Chelsea trying to get Zinchenko. Pep said, look, you can have Zinchenko, but he's going to cost you 6.8 plus the exchange of a player. Now, when you do the deals, you can always offer a player, but there's never been an option of the other manager to ask for a player. They normally say, to be honest, we're in the market for a centre-back, we're in the market for a right winger. So if Liverpool were trying to buy Zinchenko, Pep might go, well, we would like a right winger. Will you give us Harvey Elliott plus 6.8 million? So it's nice that the other manager will tell you what he wants rather than just what position he wants. If there's a player he's got in mind, he's going to straight away throw that out there. Now, obviously, when you look at this situation, it shows you the value or the current market value of Zuma of 23.5. They also want 6.8. So you round that up to 7. They're looking at about 30 million. The exact figure, I think, is 29.3 million. So 29.3 million, depending on how much Zinchenko is worth, which I don't think he's worth that is probably not a great deal for Chelsea. But I suppose if you don't want Zuma in the team and you want Zinchenko, then you may accept that.
Managers to bolster your squad each transfer window.
They go ahead and accept it,
Overhauled Opposition AI gives you a more intelligent opponent to play against in every match you play. New tackling, player switching and marking logic makes opposition defences harder to break down. And at the other end of the pitch, more intelligent attackers have a stronger understanding of dribbling and passing to keep you on your toes from game to game. With new ways to train, play and make transfers, manage transfers, manage every moment of your career
There's signing for Manchester City like he has in real life. Got Liverpool
in FIFA 21.
And then we are at the end of the FIFA 21 official career mode trailer. Now we are at 28 minutes. There's a bit that I need to cut out, so it's probably a little bit less. But I'll quickly give my thoughts and opinions. It's pretty similar to exactly the start. I think, yeah, slowing it down, breaking this down. There's a few things that we missed, like the option of, you know, the opposite manager. If you're trying to buy a player from a club, they can now tell you sort of what player they want from you, plus cash if you want one of their players. I think that's a great feature. Being able to actually convert a player from right back to centre mid to striker if you wanted is a great feature. But these were unfortunately all features that we already knew about. We knew this year because of leaks and things from the original official FIFA 21 trailer. We knew that swapping players, putting in loan to offers in their contract or loan to buy offers was going to be a thing. We knew that the new 2D sort of graphic was going to be a thing. So realistically, EA didn't give us much to go on. I'm sure a lot of people are not going to be too happy about it. I feel like a lot of career mode YouTubers are going to be making videos like myself and tweeting out about it, putting stuff on Facebook, on social media. And I think probably for me, a lot of people are going to be in the same shoes. Finally, EA have given us a career mode trailer. We've all been pumped for it. Have they given us anything new? No. Have they just gone a little bit more into depth on things that we already knew about? Yes. Does that mean there's not going to be any more features? I don't know. I feel like if EA wanted to sell more copies of the game and wanted people to buy the game for career mode, they would have threw a load more features out there. They would have announced an under-23s team. They would have announced that you can now get sponsors yourself. They would have announced that you can upgrade the stadium. Obviously, we've just seen in Ultimate Team, you can upgrade your stadium. You can produce more seats for more fans. You can change the colours. You can change the chants, the music of a stadium. If you can do that on Ultimate Team, why couldn't they just implement that into career mode? They could have. They haven't. Yes, they're trying to hype or put a hype around career mode from what I've just watched, and I didn't get my hopes up because I always have for the last couple of FIFAs, and I've always felt let down. They introduced these new features, they introduced the fact that you can now do press conferences before and after the game. They were dead glitchy and buggy at the start, instead of the answer being, yes, we're going to keep fighting. It was a load of symbols. It wasn't coded very well. It wasn't great. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that career mode has had a lot of work done this year. It's not just a couple of features that people have been asking for years anyway. And I've always said that if I was to become you know, there's YouTubers out there that work alongside EA to make this game mode better. I've always said if I got the opportunity to be one of them, I would be pushing ideas of my own forwards. And I feel like the guys that do help out EA and do help towards career mode, they are pushing ideas. I just don't think, unfortunately, they're being listened to. And unfortunately, it's a sad thing because career mode is an unbelievable, and I mean unbelievable game type. And you know, you might be watching this video and you've never played it before. Give career mode a go. It's so good to get lost in a career mode and build whatever team you want, or you know, take the team that you've already got and win and do as much as you can. It's a great feeling to take a team to go on to win so much silverware and stuff like that. But unfortunately for me, I hope one day I get to be an EA game changer. I was trying to think of what it's called. A lot of career mode YouTubers have something called an EA game changer, and what that means is they help basically change the game of what they play. So a lot of them that are career mode creators help EA game change career mode. From what I've heard over the last few years, the ideas the lads have put to them just haven't been listened to. And again, yes, we finally get a career mode trailer. Was it the be end and end all? No. What would they give the trailer? Probably at a push, a 3, maybe even a 4, 3.5. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 10. It wasn't great. They've shown features we've already seen. They've shown features that we've already read about. It wasn't the best trailer, and I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not going to let it get to me too much. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hopes up that there's still a chance we get like an under-23s team. Can we change the stadium? Can we make the stadium bigger? Can we grow parts of the stadium so we can get more fans in? I'm hoping these features are still going to be a thing. Can we have an under-21s team or an under-23s team? I'm hoping these are going to be options. Do I think they're going to be, in my personal opinion? No. I think what we've seen is about it this year for FIFA 21. We'll have to see what we get at the full launch when the game comes out. Do our best with what we've got, and we can just, if it's not great, we'll all just buy it anyway. Hope for FIFA 22. And we can hope that better things come in the future. But finally, we're getting listened to sort of because we've got a career mode trailer this year. Hopefully that doesn't disappear. Every year we get a career mode trailer, and EA do look to book up their ideas and start releasing new features that work from the start and are features that we all want. But that is going to do it for today's thoughts and opinions. If you have enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.